I'm State Representative Jerry Knowles of the 124th Legislative District, which takes in parts of Schuylkill, Berks, and Carbon counties. And I want to welcome you to Legislative Report. We're very fortunate today to be here at Clearly Clean, which is located in Orwigsburg, Pennsylvania. It is a new business that, well, they can tell you a little bit about it as we go on, but I'm very lucky and fortunate to be here with Jeff McGuire, not Jerry McGuire, Jeff McGuire.
Show me the money.
There you go. And Jeff is one of the operating partners here, as well as Mill Wallace. Mill, you are in a partnership along
Correct.
with Jerry.
Yep.
So one of you, if you can, just talk a little bit about Clearly Clean and where you came from and what you do.
Sure. Mill and I started this business in 2008. Mill is the brains behind the outfit. He's developed all of our technologies. We have some intellectual property, and what we do is we thermoform trays. And right now we're thermoforming a tray for food packaging. Our tray is made out of PET and it has rolled edges, and you can see them in your local supermarkets.
Let me ask you this, Jeff. How did you start? How did your business begin, and what led you to the point where you are today?
Well, Mill's always been very inventive, and he had some different concepts. And I have another business, and he saw my product being manufactured at a facility also in Pennsylvania. And we got together and we decided that we liked each other and that we could help each other. He has one focus and I have another focus, so we make a good team.
And when you started off early on, did you start with the product that you're making right now, or how did it come about to get to where you're at today?
No, we started initially with a product that was for painting suppliers, and then we moved into from that product to a paint tray. We have some technology with some film, so we make a paint tray that has peelable liners on it. And then from there, we ended up moving our technologies into food packaging. So we got into one type of tray that's called a modified atmospheric packaging, and we made that. And one of our customers asked us to make another type of tray, and Mill's smart enough, he figured it out, and we got it done.
So Mill's the guy that can make it happen.
Mill makes it happen. Don't let anybody kid you. Mill makes it happen.
So Jeff, let's talk a little bit about how many employees do you have?
We have approximately 100 employees. We have 5 facilities right now. We have the manufacturing facility here in Orwigsburg, a warehouse in Orwigsburg, 2 warehouses in Orwigsburg, an R&D center in Orwigsburg, and we have a new facility in Frackville.
When even when I'm looking at your business cards, I see where they're recyclable, and we talk about everything. The term that you use, I believe, is eco-friendly.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that and exactly what that means here at Clearly Clean.
Well, we always try to tell people the best way to be eco-friendly is reduce, reuse, recycle. So everything that we make is made out of a #1 symbol plastic, which is PET. So everything that we make is similar to a water bottle, and we want all of that material back because we want to turn it into another tray again, or allow someone to go and use that material for something like a carpet or a shirt or something along that lines. So everything that we make is out of PET. So you can look at that as your water bottles, and they're the most sought after recyclable material out there. So I always sit there and say we should have #1s on our shirt, and that's what we should do. So,
Jeff, who do you sell your product to so we understand? I understand if I go into a grocery store, there's a strong likelihood that I'm going to see your product.
sure, most of our customers are at this point in time are large food processors. We focus on the poultry market, so if you went into your grocery store, you would be able to sit there and see our trays with chicken products in there, turkey products in there. We're expanding out to sausage products, and the next step will be for us to go to your local supermarket and sell directly to your local supermarket. So the butcher in the back would be putting, not using styrofoam trays anymore, but using our trays in their butcher.
So one of the things I saw, a Merit Star Package Award. That's pretty prestigious award that you received, and can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. That award is given to us by the International Packaging Association for refrigerated food packaging. It's a very prestigious award. It's given by the industry. They identified our packaging as something that is leading the industry and making it more environmentally friendly. So it was something that we're very proud of, and I know that it's something that we like to tout. But it's an award that is given by the industry to new products that are developed, and we're very happy to have received that award.
And you should be, just as a, it's certainly an honor, and it's so good to have you here in Schuylkill County, here in Orwigsburg. I was patents. That's a big deal where you come from when we talk about patents. How many patents do you have? And
Well, we have multiple patents that cover multiple different technologies. We have probably about 25 pending applications right now. It's really the core of our business because being a company that is competing against billion-dollar entities, patents are really our lifeblood. So Mill and I take that extremely seriously. Mill is extremely active in that area, and it is something that we really we need to leverage to be able to continue to grow our business here in Pennsylvania.
And we always run the risk when we ask this question. What can we in government do to help you, or what can we not do to help you? Because sometimes we think we're helping some of these businesses out, and we're actually throwing roadblocks up in front of them. What has your experience been with government? How much has government had to do in terms of what we see here today?
Well, the state of Pennsylvania has been extremely helpful to us. We have been working with the governor's office on some programs that have assisted us to grow our business. I mean, the biggest issues for me as a taxpayer is regulation. I mean, because the more regulation a small business is put under, the more difficult it is for us to grow and to manage what we need to do. And we have issues related to local government and state government, and we have discussed with you that, our issues, roads, infrastructure. They're so important to our business because everything that we do is moved by truck or rail. So any infrastructure projects that the state can undertake would be extremely helpful to us.
So Mill, you are not a silent partner. What can you add to the discussion? I mean, Jeff has been very complimentary to you and what you've done. And it sounds like we've got a great partnership going here.
Yeah,
what can you add to the conversation here?
I mean, Jeff, Jeff says I do all the R&D stuff. That is my department, but Jeff handles all the financial stuff and everything that goes through. And he was investing in Pennsylvania. That's been a big thing for for me and everybody else here. So.
And Mill, you are a local guy.
Yes,
yeah.
I live in Orwigsburg.
And you've been here for quite a while, huh?
Yeah, about 14 years.
Very good.
Yep.
Very good. You're enjoying the area?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, Orwigsburg's awesome.
It's a gorgeous area.
Very, very pretty.
What do you say? Okay with you guys? We take a little walk and go inside and see what's going on.
Yep.
Come on in.
So Mill, this is a good place to start. I thought that maybe before we go over and see the operation firsthand, these guys look like scientists or designers of some sort. What exactly is going on here?
This is our R&D. This is where we've created everything that we've done. These gentlemen are mechanical engineers, and they know SolidWorks, and so they understand all of our molds. They design all of our molds. They design a lot of the equipment. They come up with the new ideas, so I mean, all that is done in this room. And
so you've got a handful of people who. Now, are you? We see the product being made currently, but are these guys looking at the stuff maybe that are going to be happening in the future? Or?
Yes. Yeah. Every tweak that we make to our original, and also coming up with new concepts, that we hear about out on the market space, or concepts that we come up with internally. It's all done right here, and then the first thing we do is we go and do patents and make sure that everything's on file, and then After that, we move forward with the tooling and then the equipment. And so we always come up with better ways to make things more efficient. That's all done right in this building.
Bill, what type of a background do you say they're? What type of engineers are they? What's their background? I mean, where do they come from?
Mechanical. The majority of them are mechanical engineers. We have different seats in SolidWorks. Some of them are self-made and figured out how to come up with the different concepts and learn our CAD programs. But the mechanical and electrical are basically everything that we focus on the engineering world, with the robots and how all the pieces, all the automation comes together. We do all that here. So,
interestingly enough, I went to school. I was a mechanical draftsman, so
Okay.
I kind of get
Okay.
what they do.
Yeah.
But that was back in the old days when you actually drew it and everything. Now they have these CAD
yeah,
system. And
that's Tim right
yeah,
there. Tim did that.
So that's the CAD system, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah, he actually drew them all up in the beginning and did all that. That's what he liked, actually, is the original way to do it. But now he's focused on the computer stuff. So,
What about this? We've got
Yeah.
some product here on the.
Yep.
What exactly? Explain to me what that's all. We got some good Irish green there. We got some blue there, and we got a clear plastic.
all these are made for more or less the protein market. They're an overwrap tray. So we have the rolled edge. That's our claim to fame with this particular product line. And the rolled edge mitigates any leakers when they overwrap them and you get your chicken or your sausage or your red meat at the grocery store. These are just a flavor of the different products that we put out, the different sizes and different colors that we put out.
So we're going to head on over to the main plant, but before we do, I see a machine back there. Can we make our way back there and you can
Sure.
explain to me exactly what that is?
Yeah, it's our sample machine. Yep, we'll go over that.
So Mill, this is your sampling machine, is that what you
Correct.
call it?
Yep.
And what's the purpose of something like this? Why do you have this? What exactly does it do and why is it here?
Well, sometimes our customers want to see a new design for marketing, and sometimes our customers want to, put some meat in it and take some pictures of it.
How about we mosey on over
Sure.
and let's see just how it operates.
Sure.
Now what's going on right there, Mill? What am I?
It's going into the oven, it's heating up. There's top ovens and there's bottom ovens, and it's radiating heat in there just enough for it to get a nice little drape in the sheet, get the sheet, so it can be formed. So it's a little bit more molten and it can be formed.
And again, this is the sampler
Yeah, for
machine.
samples. Yep, just for samples.
Okay, so now it's coming back out. And
Correct. And it pulls it down over the shot, and that's a formed tray right there.
that is a form tray. And then
It's cooling it off. That wind you feel is just blowing down and cooling the sheet off, so it doesn't make the mold hot. And it'll back down.
and where does it go from here? Where does it go from here once it leaves this machine?
After we're done with this, then we physically, it's just a sample machine, so we physically take it out and we bring it to the other side of the building and we cut it out, and then we do another process to it. So after that.
It's pretty interesting.
Yep.
You look at that and you think, how do they do that? And now we know how
Yeah,
you do that. So
yeah.
how about we move on up to the main plant, and it's been good to see how things operate and sampling and all that, but how about we go up into the main plant and let's just see how things are done
Great.
up there.
That'd be great.
Thanks,
you.
Bill.
Yep.
So we're inside here at Clearly Clean. Do I have it right?
That's right.
All right. Well, listen, again, I want to thank you, Jeff, for the opportunity to be here. When we talked earlier, you said you have around 100 employees.
About 100 employees, correct.
And what about the size of this facility? And is there, I understand you may be doing something up north?
Well, this facility is 20,000 square feet. We just opened up a facility in Frackville, Pennsylvania. That's 80,000 square feet. So we continue to grow. As I was telling you before, we just put in 7 new pieces of equipment in the last 6 months. So we continue to grow The segment that we're at in thermoforming is a growing segment, so we hope that we can continue to keep growing and keep moving in Pennsylvania.
Talk a little bit about thermoforming. Am I saying that right? Thermoforming?
Thermoforming, correct.
What exactly is that? I really don't know what that is. Help me understand it.
So in thermoforming, in our situation, we take a sheet of PET, which is the #1 symbol recycled material plastic, and then we heat it up, we form a shape out of it, and then in our process we go through that and we then come back and we roll an edge. So basically it's a situation, it's a manufacturing process where you warm up and you heat up the PET, form the shape, and then cut that shape out. So if you think about it, it's kind of like cookie dough. Spread out your cookie dough, press your shape into the cookie dough, and you create the shape and the desired shape you want. In our case, it's a package.
So Jeff, before you came along, what was doing the job that you're currently doing in storage? Was it a styrofoam?
Styrofoam trays. So pretty much 99.9% of the industry or the market uses styrofoam trays. So what we're doing is we're just starting out on an uphill trend to try to take a portion of that business and move it to a more environmentally friendly product.
So that's when we talk about you over them, over the styrofoam, a lot of that has to do with the environment?
Oh, absolutely. PET, our trays will be a little bit more expensive, but if you want to recycle and if you want to be sustainable, you have to have a little bit of upcharge to it. But the benefits of our material are that it can be reused and used again and again and again and again. And so the hope with our product is that the customer would take their chicken, let's say, out of the tray, put that tray in the recycling bucket, and that tray would get repurposed and reused into something else. Whether it's your shirt, your tie, carpet, whatever it is, we hope to use it again. And if we can, we'll use it again in our trays.
Jeff, before we move on, is there anything else you'd like to add? Did we miss anything here?
No, I don't think we missed anything here. We can go over to our padding cell now and we can check that out.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, you got it.
Jeff, so this is the finished product.
That's the finished product. That's what comes out of our padding cell.
And this goes, explain to me how this works once it's done. So, you're going to put a product in there and you're going to wrap it?
Correct. So let's sit there and say you had a poultry company. They would put their chicken in there and they would overwrap with a film, and you would sit there and see this on your store's shelves. So this is what we do. So our claim to fame is this edge that you would sit there and will not cut that plastic.
So that protects the product.
That protects the film from ripping.
Okay.
Correct. So like your local butcher, he could use our tray in the back. He could put any kind of product in it, wrap the tray, and hand that tray to you. You could then take this tray, pull the pad out, and throw it in your recycle bucket, and you're good for the environment.
Very good. So what's going on behind this here?
Well, after we thermoform our tray, we have to pad it. So we sit there and our customers ask for a specific pad to go in there to absorb any moisture created by the meat. So in this case, we're putting this pad on it and we sit there and move it from our thermoformer to our padding cell. So right behind us is our padding cell. We just acquired 3 of these padding cells in the last 6 months. So
you are constantly looking to get bigger and better. You've got competition out there that you've got to deal with.
The companies that we're competing against are billion-dollar companies. So, Mill and I have really made an effort to sit there and be different, and the way to be different is to do something that you can protect. So, patenting this edge has been extremely important for us, and it gives us the opportunity to grow. So it's one of those governmental regulations and programs that does help the small company grow.
As we're working our way around, your employees seem to be very happy and really it seems like you've got a great rapport with your employees.
Well, we try. It's been very difficult. It's a very challenging environment. Hiring is very difficult with an unemployment rate as low as it currently is. But we've been very happy and very lucky to get such good employees and we continue to look for new employees. We're always looking for new employees. And as we continue to expand our business, it's only going to be a more important part of our business is to find good employees, retain those employees, and hopefully they grow with us.
So with the economy today, you got to work hard to get good employees, huh?
We've got to work really hard. We have a tremendous individual, Lisa, who works with us. Lisa and Brittany work in our HR department, and they do a tremendous job trying to find people that fit with our culture and fit with what we're looking to do and what we're looking to build here in Orwigsburg.
Well, when you're dealing with the type of product that you make here, and you look at this machinery, you've certainly got to be able to absorb what you need to operate these machines and be certain that the job is done right.
Oh, absolutely. I can tell you we have some tremendous employees, and it's really important to us that they work with us and they understand our process. But we've grown tremendously in the last 3 years, but our longest employee has been here with us for 10 years. So we hope that he stays with us for another 20.
Oh, very good. So where do we go from here, Jeff?
We're going to go over and since our trays are made of PET, which is the most recyclable product, we're going to go over and show you how we recycle all of the materials that we bring off our thermoforming lines.
Okay, let's head on over there.
All right, you got it.
So, Jeff, recycling is a very important part of what you do here.
Absolutely.
What did we just see there?
We bale up all of our scrap that comes off of our machines and any waste that we have in the production process, and we recycle all of it. So not only is it important for customers to recycle their trays, we also recycle all of our materials.
So you practice what you preach.
We practice what we preach.
And what about where does the product go? What the recyclables, where do they go from here?
Well, what we do is we sit there and we will take that material and have it ground down, and that material can be reused back into our process or into another sheet that can be used for someone else thermoforming something else.
And what do we have here? I see you've got something.
So this is actually the material that comes off of the back of our line. So you can sit there and see, how much material. So remember, like I was trying to tell you, it's like a cookie cutter. Yeah. So that's what we do in thermoforming. We sit there and we punch out holes. We form the tray, and then we cut the tray out, and then we sit there and we do our special sauce to it, and we make a rolled edge tray. But this is what comes off the end of the machine, and this is what we recycle.
So if it weren't for recycling, this would end up in a landfill.
In a landfill, exactly. If this was not PET, because of the situation that's going on currently in the U.S. with where we're at with all of the China ban on importing plastics, this material gets reground and reused 100%. This is the most valuable type of plastic that is out there currently in the marketplace.
Does this make the operation more costly?
Absolutely. This material is a little bit more expensive, but what we're trying to do is we're trying to make, give back to our customers as much as we can, make our trays as cost competitive as we possibly can, and one of the ways that we do that is by recycling.
But my point is, there is a cost for recycling.
Cost for recycling for everything. In our country, we're going to have to sit there and make some hard decisions because, to get to where we want to go or where we need to go as a country, we're going to have to recycle. So we're going to have to get better at recycling. So what we're trying to do here at Clearly Clean is give the residents of our country a product that they can recycle easily. So, people will sit there and say that styrofoam, is bad or plastics are bad. Well, not all plastics are created equal. Our material that we make this out of is the best, most available, most recyclable product that's out there. So it's similar to what water bottles are made out of, but it gives you an opportunity as a member of someone living on our planet to sit there and make a difference. So that's what we're trying to do.
Jeff, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day. I had heard so much about this operation, and it was so good to be able to come down here and spend some time with you. And I really do appreciate it. And thank you for what you do for the people of the Orwigsburg area, as well as the people that work in this facility. And we do appreciate it. What do you say we meet up with Mill and we wrap this visit up?
You got it.
Jeff, Mill, it's been a pleasure to be here with you guys today and to learn more about Clearly Clean. It's a very, very interesting. We talk about, we're here in the R&D section, and when we talk about doing what you're doing, what is this, Mill? What are we looking at right here?
This is part of the robots that we use on some of our production lines, and we make the end of arm tooling. And so, you know, all of our engineers and all of our R&D guys get deep into these robots so that we can have some automation through our facilities.
So you need to be, and I think we lose sight of the fact that we're talking about this technology, and you know, these guys you got here that they're doing the work that they're doing. This is a very complex operation. This is not something that's real simple.
Yeah, there's a lot of ups and downs, a lot of moving parts, a lot of solenoid valves going off. So there's a lot of things that happen. So we're always looking for engineers and maintenance people and process people, and so it's you know, there's a lot of labor in it, but there's a lot of deep thinking that you need to do to actually make all these pieces come together and work.
So where do we go from here? You know, Jeff, what can we in state government do in terms of helping you continue to grow? I mean, every time somebody goes to work here in Orwigsburg or up in Frackville, it's good for the entire region. What can we do to help you?
Well, we're really thankful for what the Governor's Action Team has done for us so far, and as we continue to grow, because we are going to continue to grow, you know, if the state can assist us with our growth, that would be great, and we would greatly appreciate it. So Mill and I are going to continue to grow in Schuylkill County, and you know, it's going to be something where in the next 4 or 5 years we'll probably have another couple hundred employees right here in Pennsylvania.
That's always good news to hear. And you know, this is a small business, and small business Pennsylvania is what makes this Commonwealth what it is. Again, we're very fortunate that we got two of the top dogs here, the partners in Clearly Clean. And you know, Jeff, I want to thank you. Mill, I want to thank you for your hospitality. And we're going to do what we can do to help you out. But I look forward to working with you in the future. And let's see Clearly Clean grow. Right?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Legislative Report. I'm State Representative Jerry Knowles. I represent the 124th Legislative District. I hope you enjoyed our show. At the end of the show, you will see the names and addresses of my offices in Harrisburg, as well as in Hamburg and Tamaqua. And once again, thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you next time on Legislative Report.